Well, one of the cool things about being a home builder is we get the latest and greatest in tools. There's some things I wasn't even aware about. So Sam and Hannah are joining us from Milwaukee Tools, and we're going to go through all kinds of different fun, cool tools is what we're calling it. Thanks for meeting me here today. I appreciate it.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, Hannah. So inside we're actually working real time. My electricians are running Romex through the walls, and we're actually using one of the Milwaukee whole hogs. What we've got lined up here is quite impressive. Tell us a little bit about your battery system and how that works with each tool.
So one of the big portions of Milwaukee Tool that makes us so successful is the battery compatibility, right? So we use the highest quality lithium cells. All the batteries then work with all the tools of that generation. So any M18 battery works with any M18 tool. So the same batteries that are going to operate your hammer drill, your impact drivers, and your hacksaws are also going to operate huge output tools such as 1-inch impacts, chainsaws, even tabletops.
Yeah, you can take it. I mean, it's crazy what kind of power this thing will have. So,
1,800 pounds brake and 1,400 pounds sustain. That's the only cordless impact on the market
I would
today.
not want to be a wheel nut with that. Yeah. And then you've got this. I mean, this is designed for cabinet guys to reach way over their head and, basically at different angles, and it keeps basically from the fastener from slipping as much. So it's an impact.
Absolutely. It's an impact driver. Any of our tools are designed with our core end users in mind. So your house here is a perfect example of that. Another example would be, again, this hammer drill. Only 6.5 inches long. It's designed to get you in those tight places, in between the studs, in those hard to reach areas.
Well, and it's nice because if let's say you do need to go in some concrete, you got the hammer system that's built within. You don't have to go get another drill. It's all in one. Well, what of these tools? What would you like to show the viewers? How about this? Is one of my favorites. I actually own this one and the angled trim gun, and I like it because if my guys are going to a job and they just have something small to put on, especially, I mean, we don't have to drag all the compressors, hoses, cords. It's all right here.
And so as important as that is, think about the safety aspects of that too. You're now, not carrying extra heavy compressors. There's no cords or hoses running across your job site. So the safety of your workers is in mind. You don't have to sacrifice performance either. All these nailers are going to be as close to instant fire as possible. You can actually reciprocating fire.
There's a mode right here. You can actually go to fast mode, where you basically just tap the bumper to get it to fire. Is what you're talking about?
Exactly. Bump fire is with
single, where you have to pull the trigger on each fire. And you can also check your batteries anytime you want. Just press the button; it'll light up.
Feel good.
This one's fully charged. Well, let's shoot something.
Yeah.
So I'm going to set it to single mode. You basically turn the power on. The mode automatically goes to a single fastening system. Rapid, you have to hit the mode button to change it. So you basically just press down and fire. It's that easy. And these are short nails, so we're not going to be actually fastening any boards together. But you can see how quiet and how smooth that is. Super low decibels. A lot of times with air type driven guns, they just make so much more noise because of the air being released through the
noise from the compressor, noise the whole 9 yards. The other feature I'd like to point out here, we have a nice depth set because we have some nice soft wood here. But if you run into that separately, there's no tools required to set your depth. The depth is a simple adjustment here on the side. And then if you're a little more accurate than I am and working quickly, it'll shoot up to 3 nails a second.
Let's look at this grinder. This grinder is super handy. I realize we don't have a wheel on it, but what I like about it is it's so compact, but the RPMs are fast.
Nice quick RPMs. It is also remarkably light. I'll let you hang. You've handled several grinders, Rick.
Yep.
See how light that
is. Amazing, honestly.
So you can get different guards for it depending on what sort of job site you're on. But your 4.5-inch angle grinder, you can do paddle, you can do top twist, you have all varieties.
Super nice.
Instant ramp up time. Not waiting for it to.
You're right.
Not waiting for it to speed up, spin up.
Well, it's a loaded question. People want to know, how long do batteries last?
And we always ask that question, Rick. You're not the only one. It's going to depend on what you're working in, right? So if we're just doing some polishing work, some light polishing work with your grinder, you're going to get pretty something close to all day runtime. The other perk, if you're cutting angle iron, anything that's cutting or drawing that power, a traditionally hard job, you're going to pull some battery a little quicker.
Well, and like today's decent. The temperatures, in the upper 80s. the warmer you get probably affects the batteries, or the colder too.
Lithium batteries will operate up to 0 degrees Fahrenheit, and then
Okay.
I believe it's up to like 110. The other perk of if you are running into an application though where battery runtime is an issue, that's why we make so many different varieties of batteries. So you can now pair your battery with the actual application. So if you know you're just cutting angle iron, you might switch to one of the high output batteries, get better runtime, and make fewer trips to the charger. You know, like this side here, everybody inside is running Milwaukee product already. We don't want to make those guys buy additional batteries they don't need. You know, the guy using our whole hog right now, he's got a couple batteries, going to run all his tools with them, and we're not leaving
That's
anybody
why
out.
we talked at the beginning, they're universal. One thing my son loves, he has his, they call it a, fill me in?
Pack out.
Pack out.
The pack
That's
out.
right. He's always like, Dad, I need to get my pack out before I can haul anything else in my truck. So explain this.
So pack out's our modular storage system.
So you can just basically a place to dump materials.
This is a place where I keep things like gloves, pliers, anything like that.
Yeah.
All this simply detaches. Just pull the latch, slide off. But this attachment's very sturdy. So even with all this full of tools and batteries, once it's on there.
So used to in the old days, you probably were in diapers, but we would use 5-gallon buckets and put tools in. So it kind of takes the place of that.
With the bucket ring, I remember.
Yep.
I remember.
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so now you got the handle and the leverage and the wheels.
Hard-sided, soft-sided, even blurring the lines between power tools and pack out, right? So this is, a radio also charges your batteries.
Well, that's a necessity. Everybody has to have that.
Gotta listen to your tunes on the job site.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I noticed the small one back here. This is the one I was admiring.
Yep, this one runs off our M12 battery, but yeah, lots of ranges of solutions for the job site.
So it's a little bit smaller battery pack. Tell us a little bit about, I know you guys are pretty innovative in yard maintenance equipment. So you carry power blowers, chainsaws.
Yeah, outdoor power equipment's become a huge focus for our company. We started with fuel string trimmers, single shaft. We've branched into multi-functional attachments. We have power heads that'll run string trimmers, pole saws, edgers.
I have a backpack sprayer that I use for different chemicals.
Exactly. Backpack sprayers, we'll make them for concrete as well, for curing concrete.
Yeah.
Blowers, hedge trimmers, the whole 9 yards.
What do you want to show us first?
We're always expanding our line of outdoor power equipment, but any flagship outdoor power equipment starts with the string trimmer.
Okay.
This particular model is actually attachment capable, so you can actually run a pole saw, the string trimmer unit. This is a hedge trimmer attachment that works off the same power base, and then there's an edger as well. So one power base will run, pretty much all of your yard work, from tree trimming to yard trimming.
I do like that.
Bushes.
So now you don't have to try to run your weed eater at an angle. You just get the edger attachment.
Exactly.
Run a vertical line.
Yep, precisely that. There's a few other innovative features on some of these products, so I won't attach this on there just yet, but this is actually a reticulating unit. So you can, no matter how tall your bushes are, or if you're at a beautiful house such as this one, you can set this at whatever angle you want.
Okay.
If you have flat angles, good to go. If you have a taller bush and you need to stick it up.
I like that.
So not just ease of use, but safer and more ergonomic.
Those are serious teeth.
They are, for sure. Use them for trimming out fence line, regular bushes. So you don't have to worry about just using the tiny one, getting the tiny tiny branches, right?
I can tell, those are nice. Very good.
So you do have a dedicated hedge trimmer unit as well. Same idea, right?
Okay.
Just roast some oil. Fire up.
Absolutely. That's the real deal.
So beyond that, we can, if you really want to do a little landscaping, I'm sure we can get the string trimmer out too.
Well, we have plenty of weeds over here. Yeah.
So beyond that, of course, what are you going to do with all your grass and hedge clippings when you're done? But blow them in a pile.
Let's see what that does to the camera. Nick
Sure.
there. Yeah. He's still there. Didn't blow him away.
No,
Yeah.
he looks a little windswept.
Yeah. Nice.
Of course, some of us get the chance to reap the benefits. Again, I'll go back to us focusing our tools on our end user with our pros in mind. The chainsaws were actually developed for high voltage power utility guys who needed to trim their poles and needed to be safe up in the bucket. That doesn't mean we can't all benefit from that, right? So we are able to utilize a full 16-inch bar on a chainsaw with honestly tremendous runtime. I don't know if I've run one out
It's
yet.
good. It's real good. Yeah, let's see this weed eater work. I've got some weeds over here that need whacked. Try that.
Gas or your steel one.
you want to come back in about an hour, I'll be done. Yeah. Oh, this is nice. And that's some pretty good weeds there. Well, this is naturally a job site. You don't normally have rocks in your yard, but that just shows you this could be used on our job site, but really every viewer needs a weed eater. So that's what I like about your products. They're universal for everyone, along with some real specialty products that we looked at that some of our tradesmen would use only, you know, such as electricians and heating and air contractors and
Absolutely.
so on. So yeah, but great products, and really appreciate you guys making the trip and meeting with me and kind of explaining our cool tools.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
absolutely.
you having us.
Thank you very much. And one last thing, if the viewers want to buy any of these tools, where would you recommend them going?
You know, Meeks has been a tremendous partner of ours in the Springfield area. Check out any Meeks dealer for full line of our product.
Well, they're all over, so that should be easy. Okay, thanks again.